I've discovered something interesting today. I was looking on my ancestry.com timeline to try and I don't know see who I'm possibly related to, and I noticed that my sister had filled in like loads and loads of blanks. So basically, there was we don't actually know if this is the truth, but when you type, there's like a little leaf on the name, and you have to click on it, and it kind of gives you suggestions of who the parents are. I know my sister did not do any research in finding out, if it's accurate or not. She kind of just said if these are the suggestions that they've given, then they're probably right, and so she kind of just filled them all in. And there was there. My dad used to research into like the timeline and stuff, and he thought that there was some sort of king relative from my Golan family, and my sister found exactly the same thing. So it's two people that have sort of thought that the Golan line is from royalty of Scotland. And I'm sure my dad said this a few years ago, but yeah, I've actually traced it, and yeah, it through the Golan line, 23 generations goes back to um, Norman King Bruce. I can tell you the name of it. Um, the king, that one is yeah, Robert Bruce, and his father was oh, he gave birth to he had a daughter, Marjorie Bruce. I don't know if that's I haven't researched that name yet, but I've gone for Robert Bruce, and Robert Bruce was definitely a king, and I think the daughter. I don't know because it's his daughter, but anyway, and it's just strange because I found out something even more interesting than that, because I want to kind of like see if there's anything that can kind of prove that I'm Christ through that. And well, he's the only one that's like sort of royalty. If it's actually part of my bloodline, or if there's a mistake somewhere in the line, I don't know. But it's interesting how his father was Lord Robert of. Wait, I'll just get the name because there's a few Roberts. Um, oh dear, there's too many. So yeah, his was Robert Bruce, and then his one was Robert Bruce that, and his one was Robert Bruce. But if you look on, because I looked on Wikipedia to find out who these people are, and they're actually Lord of Annandale. That is literally who Robert's I think it's the fifth or something. Was He was the sort of king of Scotland, but his father was Lord of Annandale, the fifth Lord of Annandale. His father was another Robert, and that was the fourth Lord of Annandale. And then his father was also called Robert, and that was the third Lord of Annandale. And then the second Lord of Annandale was Bruce, another no, William Bruce, and his father was called Robert Bruce. So there's like four, there's loads of Roberts basically, and then there's another Robert Bruce, which is the second, basically the whole line is first to second, and the first Robert the Bruce, who's Lord of Annandale, which my name's Anna, so it's kind of like Annandale, and my sister was also married in Sunningdale, so it's kind of like a combination of my name and where my sister got married. And yeah, his father was called Adam. So I don't know. It's just it doesn't prove that I'm God, but it's a little bit weird how we've done the whole family tree. She's gone through every single potential relative that could be in our line, and there's only one sort of king out of that, and his family happened to come from the Lord of Annandale, and I'm Anna. So I don't know. That doesn't prove that I'm Christ, but it's an interesting fact. And I think if I am Christ, I would love to go on one of these ancestry programs where they kind of work out your history and stuff. The thing is, it's so weird. I can go back like 15, 18 generations. No, 23 plus another 5 that I found through Wikipedia. So I could probably go back about 28. Yeah, 28 generations on my dad's side. Yeah, with my mum, I can't even get past her mum, basically. Her mum was adopted, and we just know the surname's Butcher, which is a fairly common name, but so we can't find out who she was originally by, because my mum doesn't know who my mum's parents are. So she doesn't know who her granny is. No, she doesn't. And my my mum's father, was also adopted. He does know more about him. He knows he has 12 siblings. So somewhere out there, there are 12 of there probably are loads of cousins. You know, if my granddad had 12 brothers and sisters that all got adopted, I think he and two others were the last to be adopted. But I was told that the other ones are all drunkens and you shouldn't find out who they are because they're not great people. And they once came around to my granddad to beat him up to take money from him. I heard that story. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. It did come from my uncle who has got manic depression. So maybe the story's been changed in his mind. I don't know. Um, but yeah. So I can't really go anywhere back on my mum's side, but on my father's side, 23 generations, it leads to a king, and then the Lord of Annandale. Yay!